Vandeham Sri Guru Tiyotavadagamanam Sri Gurum Vaisnavam Sa Rupam Sagajatam Sahaganara Gunatam Tam Tam Sativam Satvitam Savadhutam Varijana Sahidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Si Visakham Vitam Sa Agyarathimiranjasya Yanandana Salakaya Dakshar Umilitam Yena Tasmai Shigravye Namah Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Putale Srimati Bhakti Vaibhava Buri Goswami Namine Gauravani Pacharaya Tvaita Sankalpam Murtaye Krishna Shakti Swarupaya Sri Bhakti Padayane Namah Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Putale Srimati Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Devajapalavi Devi Jaidaya Kipadaye Krishna Sambandha Vikyana Kaile Pralve Namaha Namo Gaur Kishoraya Shakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipalam Sambhudi Badam Bujayati Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchitanandana Gaura Shakti Swarubaya Rupanukavaraya Gaura Vibhava Pumestam Yedeshta Sajana Priya Vaishnav Savabhoma Sri Jagannathaya Namaha Manchakalpatarubhyassa Kripa Sindhubhya eva ca Padidhanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Padandaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namye Gaudiya Namah He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namostude Japta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Anamami Hari Priya Jayadam Surato Bangu Mama Mandamate Gadi Matsavasya Badam Bodho Siradha Madhana Mohano Dibya Dvindaranya Kalpatumada Himadatna Varasimhasanastu Isiradha Sila Govinda Devo Pastali Visebhyamano Smarami Shrimanara Sarasaram Vivamsi Varadhastita Gashan Venu Svanai Gopya Gopinata Sriye Stunaha Vrindai Tulasi Devai Priyayai Kesavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Bhagi Satyadhai Namo Namah Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhagavadaram Bhaktakyam Namam Bhakti Shaktikam Niladabi Sunitana Jaro Rabi Sahisnuna Amonina Moradena Kirtaniya Mahadara Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasani Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Days. No special day now. Again, Guru prayer. See Guru Jagannath. See Guru Jagannath Potma Gevala Bhakti Satma Sri Guru Dharana Padma Gevala Bandamoi Sabodhano Amate Vadhanamate Tohara Prasadi Pai Epavadariya Jai Prasade Epavadariya Krishna Bhakti Hai Jai Ahoi Te Bhakti Hai Jai Guru Mukha Padma Abhaigya Tite Te Gaudiya Atma Abhaigya Tite Te Gaudiya Adana Gaudiya Muni Asa Gaudiya Mani Asa Sri Guru Jagannath Rati Kese Uttama Gati Harane Rati Kese Uttama Ye Prasadi Pure Sadhu Asa Pure Sadhu Ye Prasadi Pure Sadhu Asa Ye Prasadi Asa Sudhangilo Jai Jamye Jamye Prabhute Yachudana Dila Jaya Jame Jame Prabhu Se Jaya Jame Jame Vibegnana Ride Prokashita Vibegnana Ride Prokashita Prema Bhakti Jaite Abhija Vinasa Jate Abhija Vinasa Prema Bhakti Jaite Abhija Vinasa Jate Abhija Vinasa Vedi Gaye Jadata Lita Vedi Gaye Jadata Lita Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adavatanara Bandhu Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adavatanara Bandhu Labhyana Lokharati Bana Kena Lokharati Bana Lokena Lokharati Bana Prabhu Garadai Te Amore Bhajatayo Prabhu Garadai Te Amore Bhajatayo Vive Asha Dusha Vipuvana Dua Bodharaina Sarana Kaderaina Sarana Guru De Guru De Guru De Guru De Srila Bhakti Vaibhava Srila Bhuri Goswami Bhakti Vaibhava Srila Bhuri Goswami Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Srila Prabhupada Prabhupada Siddhanta Srila Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo Ramo Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Hare Ramo 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Jai Guru Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. So, let's see. So much in the back side. We can hear something from Prabhupada, Upadeshamrita. It's questions and answers given by our Param Gurudev. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. There is a question about Varnashrama Dharma. Varnashrama Dharma, somebody knows what it means? Dharma means religion or duty. Varna means workers, businessmen, Kshatriya, and the Brahma, different classes of men. It's a natural in the society, but in the course of time it has changed, was mixed up. So everybody who got Brahman family born, he thinks he's Brahmana, working in McDonald's. This is not Brahman. Brahman has very high class qualification and lives in the mode of goodness. Ashrama means the Vedic society education was given to the brahmachari first, spiritual education, not material education. As a brahmachari, he has to stay in celibate. After brahmachari, he has the ashram. It means he may have entered household life, or he may have stayed as a brahmachari, continue. But nowadays, they have become all householders. This was in the Vedic society. And Kshatriya, Vanaprastha means in a certain age. a certain age, one should announce the activity as a householder. Means not that they have to separate from the household, but to again practice renunciation or austerity, not anymore in the business of like they are in a young age. It's called Vanaprastha. And the last was sannyas, where one is taking complete or separates complete from the household life or from the civilization as it is. He becomes like a beggar or dependent on their Lord. This is therefore this is Varnashrama Dharma. So the question is: this Varnashrama Dharma eternal? Anyone has there an idea? Yes. Who is the yes? You all would like it, huh? We'll see. Prabhupada says, each and every spirit soul takes the outward cover as the spirit soul. Each and every spirit soul takes the outward cover as the spirit soul. This is the materialistic consideration or vision. So that the body is the soul. I am an eternal servant of the Supreme Lord. My eternal duty is to serve the Godhead. I do not belong to any caste, nor do I belong to any spiritual stage by my religion. Now this is a question, then how can this? No. I do not belong to any caste, nor do I belong to any spiritual stage. Then how can this social institution of castes and stages be my religion? If that religion or Varnashrama is properly observed, there will be benefit here and hereafter. The utility of that dharma depends on the time of existence of material form. So it is only valid, or it is only practiced Varnashrama as long as we are in this have the material form, means bodily conception. Because the spiritual world you might be Vaikuntha man. For Vaikuntha means Vishnu, Narayan. You have 4 hands. There is not this system is not valid. It is beneficial to material well-being. There's a necessity of this religion during his sojourn in the world of 14 planetary systems. But there's hardly any benefit in the eternal realm. Sri Chaitanya Dev says, I am not a Brahmin, I am a warrior, a merchant, a lowborn, not a celibate, nor a householder retired or in renounced order. Naham vipunacharanapi vaishyana shudana. He says he is either Kshatriya, Brahmana, Grihastha, nor Brahmachari. And he is also not a Shuddha or low-born Mlecha, Shuddha. or Vaishya, or Varnashrama. Now Varnashrama belongs to the other. Kshatriya, nor Brahmin. All this is, as long as we are wandering in this material universe, this has meaning for us to develop, to become advanced in life, regulate our life. I have a relation with the Godhead. So I'm not a Brahmin, a warrior, a merchant, a newborn, not celibate, nor householder, retired, or not in renounced order. I have a relation with the Godhead. If I do not forget Godhead, I, the servant, will reap benefit. The Godhead is sentient. A jiva soul is also sentient. A jiva is a fragmental portion of the Supreme Lord. He is not infinite. Sentient like the Supreme Lord. A jiva soul is infinitesimal and is under the control of the Godhead. At present, a jiva soul is in trouble because of misuse of sentience or free will. Our trouble starts from deviation from divine service, and our benefit comes out of his service. Now, this is what he says about Varnashrama Dharma. Is there any further? I don't want, we can discuss later. I don't want to. Yes. Huh?
It's the right Wagner, our duty, whatever it is, our profession, the state, but the ashram you can change.
No. They changed the Varna and the ashram, both. It is not that we are born as in a Shudra, that you stay a Shudra. No, no. This is the Varnashrama Dharma system is that you develop yourself to a higher levels. You go up to develop qualities of a Vaishya, to develop qualities as a king, is Kshatriya, or a protector. And then the higher level is a Brahmin mode of goodness. So Shuddha means he's much influenced by Dhamma also. And Vaishya becomes passionate, more passionate Kshatriya, and then goodness, the Brahmanas, they develop the mode of goodness. And also sannyas should be not taken by Shuddha, or also not Vaishya. Kshatriya may take, and Brahman may take. But this is the rules in the Varnashrama Dharma system for the material world. Nowadays it's mixed up everything, so we cannot say, according to our past life, things will manifest, because the transcendental understanding is beyond Varnashrama Dharma system. Because it goes to the transcendental plane, to the eternal plane. So there's also not meaning, because Haridas Thakur, he was the Acharya of the name, changing the holy name. He was born in Muslim family. They were supposed to be not very civilized at this time. But he became an authority for the chanting of the name, holy name. So it is no fixed rules in the basic, because according to our past life, we will appear in this material world. According to our past activities, pious activities, or spiritual activities, or sukriti we have collected in the past life, in this life we will continue. So it is practically wherever we are, it is perfect now. But we get the chance to advance spiritually. So in this sense, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, he was thinking of that Westerners, we are not fit for spiritual understanding. So he wants to install Varnashrama in the Western, but it was impossible. They were not even qualified, even in the lowest Varna. So they are coming all from Mlecha background. But this is not Mahaprabhu. He wanted to, his message was also, Varnashrama Dharma is not in Kali Yuga practiced. It is not much benefit. Because everything, Dhammaguna, everything, there's purity get lost. All these things are not anymore practiced. What was the question? Yeah.
And he didn't want to fight. So after Krishna spoke, he was fighting, so he didn't change his nature as a Kshatriya.
He wanted to change. He wants to go to the forest and meditate. But Krishna remembered him that his nature is like Kshatriya. He has to protect his society from wrong leadership. It's always the same thing. Up to now, it's the same. But now it's completely out of. There's no Varna and Ashrama anymore. No goodness. There's pure Dhammaguna, ignorance. So this was in the past, in other yugas, it may be practiced. Our Gurudev, he said about these things. Varnashrama Dharma, he said, it was in the late 90s. He told, Varnashrama is not possible anymore in these times. Because people are not able to follow this system. Everybody, when you see in the past, I saw this for 50 years almost. Everybody who joins Krishna consciousness, he wants to become a gopi. Of course, a brahmana. But in reality, we are all mlechas. We are not even, Shudra is a high qualified person because he understands his position. His qualities are this, that he serves the higher just a businessman. That's the ordinary workers, naturally. And nowadays, every ordinary worker, he wants to be a philosopher and he wants to be a politician. He knows everything better. So also in Krishna consciousness, they come, I'm not doing ordinary thing, I am a brahmana, I am studying and I am, but no realization, no nothing. No, it's natural, we do our duty and we can do this when we advance spiritually, it is outside of Varnashrama, then we make advancement. Then we're far above all these varnas and ashrams. The sannyasi is no meaning in the spiritual sense. You have to be a sannyasi in your heart, whatever clothes you wear, whatever your position may be. If you're not a servant of the Lord, then you are just a showman. This is the truth. Truth must come out when your purity means you are this person as you act in your life, This shows who you are, Like we have here, sannyasi, we have a householder here. They are working, up to as long as I could do with body, to my bodily capacity. They are working hard. Yeah. Did hard work. And still Madhusudana Maharaj, he is working outside. We have seen this newcomer devotees from French, from Slovenia. All day they were sitting on the computer. They would not do anything physically because they thought, I'm a devotee now. He is far away from Shudra even. Shudra is a high position. They did not protest. They were satisfied in their position. Now everybody wants to be a guru and a king or whatever. It has no qualification, This is the way, yes. Everybody has some qualification. Yeah, it must be pure. Srila Maharaj, one of our great acharyas, he was working in the garden. He was old, very old. He did garden work a little bit, according to his capacity he could do. He was not, but nowadays sannyasis, you have to serve me. I need 2 servants, One does my washing and the other one serves me the food. This happened in different institutions. Anyway, this is another thing. So who is Sri Chaitanya Dev? Is the question. I don't know if he can. We will try. Sri Chaitanya Dev is not of 2 or 10,000 years old. He's an eternal substance. He is the supreme transcendental autocrat. He is beginningless, the beginning of all and the cause of all causes. He is not a product of time. but the past, future, and the present originate from him. He is an eternal substance, an infinite object. He is not a bag of bones and flesh. He is the original personality. Why it's late today? Prahlad was not helping. I saw him. He is the autocrat, proprietor. He is the supreme Brahma, the indwelling monitor, the divine substance of the entire spiritual world. He is the original Krishna. He is the source of all incarnations, the supreme Godhead and the ultimate God of all gods. He is the original Godhead. Sri Chaitanya Dev is the ocean of mercy. No one can distribute so much grace. In no other incarnation, so much profuse grace is distributed. His mercy is meant for making the unqualified qualified. His complete mercy is for eternity, God's giving away of himself by himself. Such merciful contribution is never heard of. Elevationists, mystics, and monists fail to see the beauty of the contribution of divine love. Any fortunate soul can earn it. That is why I say you will make time for hearing the message of Chaitanya, giving up all kinds of erroneous judgment. If you spend time for hearing his words, quite different and special from those of common mass, you will attain the path of genuine peace of adoration of the Supreme Lord. Then there will be a proclivity of rearing the Godhead in the mood of his own Son. If the Supreme Lord appears at a place where the consideration of attaining peace and fullness in human life comes to the wedlock between a male and female, mother's feeling and parental love towards her son on a temporary basis is removed. When we will be able to utilize all our emotions in the service of the lotus feet of the Supreme Person, then there lies its utility. The mellows of neutrality, servitude, friendlyhood, parental love, sweet eroticism, all these five mellows exist in the Godhead in the full-fledged proportion. We can hardly acquire knowledge in respect of the Supreme Lord because the aforesaid emotions are being used in the service of ephemeral substance instead of using the same in the service of supreme divinity. The divine substance is fully cognizant, blissful. We are moving heaven and earth to find him out, without paying heed to the words of the Lord of Goloka, coming in the form of Gauranga in our vicinity. If we try elsewhere, then how can we be benefited? So it was difficult now to hear this. Now, I think some could not follow now. Any question? No. Any other question you may have? Because otherwise I think the concentration is not.
What is the difference between moksha and mukti?
For a mukti,
Moksha and mukti.
moksha and mukti.
Is the same or not? Basic idea of Brahman is to get moksha.
Liberated.
Liberation. Mukti?
Mukti, according to my understanding, it is the same.
Okay.
Yeah. You have a different vision?
What I have been told is it has 5 ways. Mukti, you have 5 different paths. Whereas for moksha, you have 3 different paths.
Oh, yes, there may be some details, yeah. But basically it is something out of the mundane conception, out of the material conception. Not anymore, we are not anymore followers of our senses, of our mundane senses.
They control you control
them. When?
Instead of the senses controlling you control the senses. Something like that.
This is goes into the mystic. It's not necessary, it is a byproduct. Moksha means that you have given up everything. You have given up the attachment to this, whatever it may be, whatever we experienced in this world. And whatever we desire, we have to experience or to enjoy or to suffer. Everything is dropped. So what is happened then? Then we attain peace. And it is like, after such up and downs, so many births, it is like to coming to a place where a nice, very big sofa is. And you lay down and you relax and you sleep dreamless, without dream. It is, you're empty, you have given up. You are not anymore attached, you cannot reach you. So there may be different stages or levels on these things. It is also. Because there's moksha is not the ultimate end, according to Bhagavatam. Moksha is you're out of the mundane conception. And but it is always possible for a lower stage that something may come, mind may attack some, that you get weak and that you can enter again to the material world. And again you may go to. And there's also the way that you say, you want to go one step further. You want to go, because it is unnatural for a living being to just sleep and nothing nothing disturbing. It's a comfortable situation, you know, if you come out from this world, what we are going through here.
Ignorance is bliss.
You can also say ignorance, yeah, but it is the soul uh, reaches a state where she is not attacked by the external energy. So you can stay in a peaceful atmosphere. Of course, this has nothing to do with this material world. It is beyond this. But of course, there are many, by example, the Kumaras, they were Brahman realized, but they got the darshan of Vishnu, and they become attached to his lotus feet, to the smell of tulasi leaves, what they are offered. There is something on the same level, detached from material world, but there is some activity also. It is unnatural for a living being to be inactive. This is like suicide of the soul, because you are just like dead, you know. Yeah. So there is some step more we go than we find in this on this level of Brahman. There are so many jivas, individuals. They have the same level attained. So they are it's an ocean of jivas. To say they have the same level attained, and there may be the desire to communicate or to just, hey, we are on the same level. We are like a spiritual advanced pure devotee. He can speak on such a level with ordinary people, but he is speaking not with the body. He is speaking with you. And who we are Jiv Atma, our soul. So in the spiritual world, they are not have no spirit, no material bodies, also not mental bodies. We have our internal bodies. So it's not developed fully because we are going to exchange. Still, there is no movement. There is always this Brahman underlying everything. There's no disturbance from the mundane side. It's from the spiritual side. So then you come further, you go further, you come to, there is so many jivas, so many individuals. Where they all come from, this is the next step. There's one where all these jivas coming from. And then we come more close to the personal understanding. There's wonderful pastimes, Ram pastimes, and Krishna pastimes in Goloka, means in the transcendental plane. When he comes here, yada yada he comes, he says, every yuga, whenever the religion decreases, he will come and he will destroy the negative, the source of the irreligious people will be removed. So he saves the devotees or those who want to go further, who are their heart is good, not greedy. So this he is telling in Bhagavad Gita, and then this is also one pastime of the Lord. When he kills, we have to always understand he cannot kill anyone because we are part of him and we cannot kill God. Yeah, maybe you can do in your mad mind. Like Hiranyakashipu, he tried it. But everything is him, you know. This is pastime. The Lord plays in this way. Now, and the Jivas have developed ignorance and damagun and thinking themselves, I am the doer, I am more strong, I want to become God.
You look at it in a different perspective. It's better to enjoy life and do bad and go to the God very fast rather than do all the time good.
So to go.
It takes a longer time.
To go to.
Yes, to attain.
Yeah. Now everything is allowed.
Choice is your own choice. How to go.
Yes. This is free for us. We can decide because God wants to play or wants to perform his pastimes. And he expends for this. But if he expends in like machines, you know, robots, they are just doing what he wants. This is no relation. There's no loving relation. There is no friend relation. This is just because I have to. So he gives free will. And he can do the most abominable things. He gives free will to us. You might do whatever you decide. But if you decide these nasty things, then you have to come here in this world where you cannot make too much harm to others or to to yourself also. So he teaches us in this way. What is this universe we're taking birth here? Means he's teaching us. We have to go through because of our past activities. Now he's teaching us. And he cannot come like this, you know. You do please like this, you know. If some madness, ignorance is there, you will not hear. He's speaking, he's sitting in your heart, but we don't want to hear him. We don't want to accept what he's saying. So he has arranged this material world like this. Go take birth. It's like, you know, if a dog passes stool in the flat or in the house where he lives. In the past, I think, I don't know if this still happens, they took him and put his nose in the stool. That he learns that he should not do this here. So something like this, you know, this is you have arranged whatever you experience now. It is not that you cannot point on others. Every individual gets, according to his activities, he will be born here and he will enjoy or he will suffer according to his activities. This is a law. If you're a little less, if you become a little purified, this is very logical, very clear. Every action has a reaction. And that is now the situation in our planet here. They think they can go on with all their sinful and with their activities to destroy, to kill others just for eating them, for their greed for power and for money, that they have to pay the price for this. But it is, if it's not logical, or if you think it is some fault, you may ask. No. Ich kann dich nicht verstehen. When you were there. We can stop here. Okay. You have a question?
What was the person that goes into the comes apart and merges into the Brahman? Loses his identity there. There's nothing there. After some time he has to come back here to this material world.
No, not necessarily. That depends, yeah. He wants to give up, like the Buddhists. There's nirvana. Their nirvana is that you finish everything. There's no life. Shankaracharya again preached, no, it is not finished. There's Brahman, there is your as a spiritual being, or you will. He preached up to moksha. But at the end of his life, he said, Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda. You foolish people, you just the name, Bhaja Govinda, Bhaja Govinda. He is an incarnation of Lord Shiva. So he is an expansion of Lord Vishnu. So he is, it is said in Bhagavatam, he is the best devotee. Shambhu is, he is even in Vrindavan in the past times. There is a few temples in Vrindavan. Before you go to Vrindavan, when you stay for some time there, we did it since many years. You also always go to Gopishwa Mahadev first. We pray, please protect me, please let me enter the holy place, Vrindavan. He wants to experience the Gopi Baba. Gopis, he wants to be, so she changed her body to come with the other gopis, meeting Krishna in the forest. But then everybody, gopis ask, where are you coming from? You're new, where are your parents? He could not answer properly. Then he has a snake around. He thought, hey, you're... And they started to pay these checks. But Purnamasi, I think, yeah. Purnamasi was very merciful. And she came to Krishna and said, please, you give him a place in Vrindavan. So he got the form of a gopi, but she was watching that no unqualified person can enter. in Vrindavan. You may go to Vrindavan by train or whatever, by plane, or everybody can go there, but they will not see Vrindavan. To see Vrindavan is the complete opposite, because Vrindavan is a spiritual place with all the spiritual personalities there. But materialists cannot see this. They are not able. Krishna Chaitanya. Jai Shri Guru Gauranga. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Gopesha Mahadev ki Jai. Jai Gaur Brahmananda. Is it?